It's a nice question. I think that FIU has all the opportunities for this to happen. I cannot say that I have taken on students that are actually in the arts department at FIU that wanted to do anything in architecture, but I have worked a lot with Jacob Sudol. Jacob, as you know him, is, let's say, my counterpart of the music technology in the music department. He was kind of leading that sort of same impetus in the music department at FIU, and we collaborated a lot in projects that involve my students and his students working together and finding ways of creating new modes of representation through diagrams to interpret spaces sonically and visually, and arm themselves with weapons to new digital weapons to create together. But also Jacob and I have collaborated in numerous projects. I have also collaborated with Orlando Garcia. So I guess something happened that made me collaborate a lot, or maybe the mindset or the opportunities we've had also being together at Embas with the musicians that are teaching at FIU. I've also collaborated also with Jason, from the Amarnet Quartet, and Jacob together. They have created beautiful, beautiful pieces that they played, compositions that they play with my instruments. And usually I can also say that we had the opportunity to have students transition into our program midway through their undergraduate career, that they come from Miami-Dade and whatnot. And I am one of the professors that looks at their portfolios, and I'm always have an eye open for those who I feel maybe they don't have yet the architectural tools, but they do have a certain artistic, flame inside of them. You can see that, you can spot that. That I just, I mark those portfolios as the ones that I would like to highlight. And then, then you discover how students who are into architecture, eventually they tell you stories, or they tell you more of their background. When they see what you do, they come to you and they tell you, oh, I'm interested in this and that because of what I've seen in your work. That's usually the case. And some of them collaborate on when we form small groups of students that work intensively to articulate some of the ideas that we have for some exhibitions or things like that. And I think that's been great. I mean, the best collaborations really I've had at FIU are with students. That's by far the most exciting. You form this very, informal, but also very focused groups. And all of a sudden, when you're working together, there's a certain kinship that gets developed as part of that group. And I love those situations. That's the best energy, I have to say,